Hello everybody, TyronnCannon here, and welcome back to another episode of my NBA 2K23 80-year rebuild here with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Today, I'm going to be doing Season 3 and all that entails. We've put together a roster that I believe can actually win a championship, and to have done that within 3 seasons is hopefully a fairly impressive achievement. There is one thing that I am worried about, is the free agency of Rudy Gobert. He does have a player option, so there is a good chance that he accepts that. If we just go to his contract situation, he does have a $46 million player option for 2025. So be curious to see if he accepts that. If not, we will have to re-sign him, hopefully for a little bit cheaper than what he's actually worth. But we do have a contingency plan in the form of Judd Hamilton, who is the number 3 pick in the draft that we picked up recently. Hopefully he's going to be coming off the bench to begin this season. So hopefully he can provide us with some quality minutes. But I do think we've got a really good lineup here that can hopefully progress us further than we went last season. If we haven't watched the previous episode, I'll put a link to the series playlist below if I haven't done that already. So this is the 3rd episode. We're doing 1 episode per season. Obviously it's going to go for 80 episodes because it's 80 seasons worth of dialogue and content. So Arvydas Stankovic, our number 3 pick from last season, he's been playing overseas in Lithuania. I reckon he's the second coming of Luka Doncic. I just have that vibe from him. He looks really good, plays shooting guard, can play small forward and point guard as well. He's 89 overall as a rookie, so I'm very excited for what he's going to bring. And we also have Juan Carlos Chavez, who hasn't got a contract for next season as he is a 2nd round pick from last season. So he's only on $3.15 million at the moment. So we're going to try and bring him back as well. So he's going to be a prospect that we really want to bring back. Wendell Moore, who started at small forward last season, he's going to come off the bench for us now that we have Stankovic. Edwards is going to be moved from shooting guard to small forward. Patrick Baldwin, hopefully he can continue his development from last season. Judd Hamilton's going to be playing at center as the 8th man in the rotation. Peyton Pritchard is going to be our backup point guard that we picked up in the offseason. And Kessler Edwards, who we re-signed to a 4-year, $36 million contract, I believe it was. He's going to be the 10th man, just rounding out our bench. And then we've got our veterans who are going to clog up the back end of our bench. But I'm very excited to get into today's season. I'll be back once we have started the season. We'll probably meet up around January, February. All right, we are back here in January. We're currently 27-16, which I'm actually surprised with because we actually started the season. I'll show you now. We started 0-6. Which is the exact opposite of last season where we started 6-0. So I'm actually very surprised we're currently sitting at 27-16. The reason I stopped here is Rudy Gobert is actually currently out with a broken ankle. He's just gone out. So this is going to be a very interesting period for Judd Hamilton, who's going to be brought into the starting lineup, and hopefully he's going to be doing a very good job. He's actually had a good start to his rookie season. He's averaging 11 points and about 4 rebounds a game. But if you go to his per 36 stats, he's actually averaging 30 and 11, which is incredible, as well as 4 blocks a game. So that just goes to show the potential that he has if he was starting. So hopefully he gets a good run here while Gobert is out. Everybody else has been doing pretty well. Chavez is having a career year in terms of assists. He's averaging 12 assists a game starting at point guard. Stankovic is also having a very good rookie campaign. He's averaging almost 30 points a game as well as 8 assists. The only downside is actually Anthony Edwards. He's only averaging 25 points a game, which is 10 points below last year. But I think that's just because he's having to share the ball with Stankovic and Towns. Towns is also having another good year. 24 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. Doing very well. So hopefully we aren't impacted by Gobert being out too much. We'll actually go to our draft board. I see this guy, Anders Larsson, Steve Nash Hall of Fame comparison. He's averaging 35 and 14 in Sweden. So another international player that we've scouted. He's 17, 83 overall. If we can get the number 1 pick somehow with all the draft capital that we've been able to obtain, I would love to add him to the team. It would mean moving one Carlos Chavez to the bench, but I'm actually perfectly okay with that if we can get our hands on this prospect. So I'm going to keep tabs on the number 1 pick going forward. I'll meet you guys back at the trade deadline. All right, we're here at the trade deadline. Record is 33-23. I don't know where that has us seated in the Western Conference. We're currently 2nd, actually. So we're not doing as well as last season in terms of win percentage, but in terms of actually seating in the Western Conference, we finished 1st last time. So we're 4.5 games behind the Denver Nuggets. So it'll be interesting to see where we end up at season's end. But if we can get around 50 wins, just get us into the postseason, that will do me just fine. I don't think I want to do any trades. Rudy Gobert is still 4 to 6 weeks away. All of our guys are still under contract for multiple years. The only one who's not is one Carlos Chavez. He's out of contract at the end of the year. But he is a restricted free agent. I don't really want to trade him. I just don't think we'll get equal value back to what he's actually worth. So we'll hang on to him for now. I guess I'll see you guys at the end of the season, or if anything interesting pops up. All right, season's end, 47-35 we finished. LaMelo Ball gets MVP, averaging 41-13. So very much video game numbers for LaMelo Ball. Davor Kursov gets Rookie of the Year, averaging 27, 17, and 6. He was picked up with his 6th overall pick in 2023, so I believe he sat out last season just like Sankovic did. Cody Whitney gets 6th Man of the Year. He's a 2023 rookie who he's actually also a rookie. So there you go. Giannis gets his 3rd consecutive Defensive Player of the Year award. Alexander Campbell gets Player of the Year. Most Improved Player, I don't know why I said Player of the Year, averaging 20 and 9. And JB Bickerstaff averages, what am I saying? 67 and 15 gets Coach of the Year. Let's just see if any of our guys made any All-NBA teams. Karl Anthony Towns makes All-NBA 2nd team. And nobody makes All-NBA 3rd team. All-Defensive team. No Rudy Gobert, probably because he spent most of the season injured. Arvydas Sankovic gets All-Rookie 1st team. And Judd Hamilton gets All-Rookie 2nd team, averaging 14 and 6. So very, very good from him. We finished with the 4th seed in the West. So a little bit down compared to last year, but we're playing the Pelicans in the 1st round. They obviously have Zion, I'm assuming still. We'll just quickly check that out. See Kyrie Irving on the Rockets. Zion's out with a dislocated patella for the rest of the season, so we might be a chance here. Neil Anderson is a rookie from 2 seasons ago, averages 12 and 12. Marcus Smart now on the Pelicans, recently got traded there this season. Tobias Harris is on the Pelicans, signed a minimum deal. Herb Jones is on the roster, Taj Gibson, Jock Landale. So they've got a few familiar faces, but they've also still got Brandon Ingram, who we need to keep an eye on. But obviously them not having Zion will make our job a lot easier. So let's get into the Simcast. We've got 2 games at home, and then we've got 2 games on the road. Pelicans outscore us by 13 in the last quarter to pick up the victory in Game 1. Judd Hamilton's been injured for 1 to 2 weeks, that's fine. We need to win Game 2. And it's looking like we'll win this one fairly comfortably, winning by 29 in the end on our home floor. Game 3 is in New Orleans. Game 3 and 4 will be in New Orleans. And it looks like we'll win Game 3 fairly comfortably, winning by 21. Game 4 now, also in New Orleans, as I said. It's a close game. And it looks like we'll pick up the win by 3 points. So we're up 3-1. And we just need to close out on our home court, and then we can move on to the 2nd round, which we do very comfortably, winning by 42 points with Sankovic averaging 34 points for the series. So very, very good, averaging 60% from the field as well. So we will now face the Utah Jazz, who upset the Denver Nuggets in round 1. Who is on the Utah Jazz nowadays? We obviously sent all of our 1st round picks to them for Rudy Gobert. They've got Kursov, who won Rookie of the Year. Ochai I can't say his name. He won Most Improved a couple of seasons ago. They've got Andrew Wiggins, who's out with a twisted knee, Derek Ross, Russ Dunleavy, Scottie Pippen Jr. So they've got a decent squad. They got Chris Paul. I got excited there. It's not Chris Paul, it's Charles Paul, Kelly Oubre Jr., Isaiah Mobley, DeAndre Hunter, Draymond Green. I forgot he was on the roster. So they've got a very interesting roster. Anybody else that I know? No. So I'm going to say that we're favourites, but we won't assume too much with this roster because you never know what's going to happen. We were the favourites to win in round 2 last time, and we got absolutely blown away. Alright, Sankovic is out with a torn right calf muscle for the rest of the season. That is not ideal. I'm actually going to shorten the rotation to a 8-man rotation now that we're in the playoffs. Hopefully that will make our job a little bit easier. Jazz won game 1 fairly comfortably. Looks like we're going to win game 2. We lose game 2 after conceding 13 points, 48 points more in the final quarter once again. So we're down 2-0 to the Utah Jazz. Not ideal at all. And please win this game. We do. We win by 10 in the end to go 2-1 down in the series. We got to win game 4 to make this, tie the series up. And it's not looking like we'll win this one. We're down 3-1 to Utah. Whoops. Let's go back to the Simcast. We're down 3-1. Looking like we're going to win game 5. Is this game 5? Yep, game 5. Game 6 now. Need to win game 6 to make a series of this. We're down 3-2. And I think our series is over. Our season is over. Utah advance. Let's see who wins the championship. Cleveland Trailblazers in the finals. I hope Cleveland wins. They do. Darius Garland gets finals MVP. Andre Iguodala retires. None of our guys will probably retire, I assume. We're all fairly young. Staff retirements. Doc Rivers retires. Nate McMillan retires, as well as Lloyd Pierce. League meetings. Nothing to be changed there. Now, we do have a couple of lottery picks, so we are a good chance to win the draft lottery. We've got picks number 6, 10, and 13 projected. But I would like to trade for number 1 so we get our hands on that European prospect. So we're going to keep an eye on the rest of the draft lottery. So hopefully we can jump up here. It's highly unlikely. No, we stay at number 13. That is okay. Indiana's got pick number 12. And they're going to stay at 12. Let's have a quick sip of my tea. Brooklyn Nets are projected to go number 11. And they're going to stay at number 11. There's us projected to go to number 10. And we stay at number 10. Spurs are next at 9. And they stay at 9. Everything holding to form so far. Houston at 8. Hopefully that stays. It does. Wizards at 7. Hopefully this stays again. It does. So we're next at 6. Hopefully we can jump up. We do not jump up, unfortunately. Okay, so no point watching the rest of the lottery. Miami get the number 1 pick. We will be trading with them to try and get the number 1 pick. We'll keep our stuff the same. There's no need to change it. I'm fairly happy with it. Although we did have a fairly disappointing year. Let's trade with Miami. We can't trade for their pick. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until the draft takes place. Wait for them to pick Sankovic. And then, not Sankovic, I can't think of the guy's name. They didn't even take him. Okay, who's got the second pick? I think I saw the Thunder had the second pick. Let's send all of our draft picks to the Thunder. We'll give you the Clippers pick. And we'll give you the Nets pick for next year. They've agreed to the trade. Okay. We will resume the draft. We've got the next pick. Where we'll take Anders Larson. I believe that's how you say his name. 6'5" point guard with a 6'11" wingspan. We're going to take him second. And that'll do us for the draft. That's the only guy I wanted to pick up. He's 84 overall at 17 years of age. That is incredible. Miami have made a mistake. Larson's going to sign his contract. Rudy Gobert accepts his player option. That is fine. Qualifying offers. We're going to offer Juan Carlos Chavez his qualifying offer. I think he's the only guy missing from the squad, actually. We may as well keep everybody else. Juan Carlos Chavez, where are you? Let's go point guards, point guards, point guards. I'm assuming we can't offer him a contract outright. Because how much is he asking for? Where is he? Here he is. He's asking for 14.5 million a season. So we might just wait until he gets an offer. Who can we throw money at? We can throw money at Cameron Payne. We can trade one of our other point guards. Who else is on the roster? Let's trade Alex Caruso. See if we can pick up a first-round pick. And we'll get a first-round pick for Rudy Gay and Alex Caruso from the Thunder. We'll do this deal. That means we need to pick up a small forward now. Let's go to free agency. Point guards campaign. I will give him a 2-year deal worth approximately $5 million a season. And hopefully he accepts that, which he does. And we'll also give a contract to maybe Juan Hernangomez can get a contract. Actually, let's give one to Bojan Bogdanovic. He's good. Stretch 4, good perimeter defender. 2-year contract for him. And now we just need to wait until Juan Carlos Chavez accepts his qualifying offer, and then we'll need to sign him next free agency when that comes around. So, not exactly an exciting free agency. I don't plan on changing too much. He accepts the restricted free agency offer, player progression. Anthony Edwards drops down for some reason, which I'm not too happy about that. Towns stays at 91. Gobert stays at 91. Towns stays at 90. Larson stays at 84 because he just got here. Hamilton goes up to 82. Wendell Moore Jr. drops down to 80. Patrick Baldwin goes up. Chavez goes down, which isn't ideal. And all of the older guys go down. So we're in about the same place as we were last season in terms of depth and squad and that kind of thing. As I said, we didn't change too much. Auto-generate the rookies again. Training camp. We've now got 4 training camps available. I think that's just because our staff got better. So we're going to send Sankovic to training camp. Get his potential up. We're going to send Larson to a training camp. We're going to send... let's send Judd Hamilton to a training camp. And we will send Chavez to a training camp. And that will do our off-season nicely. Thank you for watching up until this point, guys. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. If you wish to join my Discord, there's a link to that below. And until next time, I hope you have a lovely day. And I will see you next time. Bye.